Hello everyone and welcome to Evolution of Guilty Gear Games. Guilty Gear is a 1998 2D fighting video game developed by Team Neo Blood, set in a world destroyed by a war between humans and bioorganic weapons called gears. It follows 10 fighters as they enter a tournament held to prevent resurrection of the Gear's leader.
Are you ready?
Guilty Gear X was released in 2000, the game's primary narrative mode. Survival, in which the player fights through infinite levels until they are defeated. Training, which allows a player to practice moves with the help of an in-game move list, and Versus, in which a player can fight another player. Guilty Gear Petit is a 2D fighting game. The story mode lets you pick a character and take him or her through a series of fights, while in time attack mode you can choose your opponents freely. The graphics are done in super deformed style. Guilty Gear Petit 2 was released in 2001. Several new characters appear in Guilty Gear Petit 2, such as Otto 1, the former head of the Assassin Guild, the pirate Captain Johnny, the time traveler Axelu from the 20th century, the mysterious Faust, and others. Guilty Gear by 2 was released in 2003. Guilty Gear X2 adds a new feature to the series, a burst gauge, which is filled as the player causes or receives damage. By pressing buttons in combination, the player character jump and unleash a blast of energy, a Psyche Burst. Guilty Gear XX #Reload was released in 2003. Guilty Gear XX Reload is a revised version of Guilty Gear XX and follows the same plot. However, the gameplay changes to Robo-Key cause the story battle intros involving him to be entirely reworked. Guilty Gear Isuka was released in 2003. Unlike previous games, it features a turn button, since a character does not automatically turn around if its opponent moves to the other side of the screen. Each character starts a fight with at least a soul. When a character life bar is emptied, its life is filled while the player lost a soul. Guilty Gear XX/ is updated version of Guilty Gear X2. Once again, the game's balance was reworked by changing properties of certain moves and including new moves for some of the characters. 2 new characters were introduced to the game, these being ABA, who debuted in Guilty Gear Isuka, and Order Saw. Guilty Gear Dust Strikers was released in 2006. Guilty Gear Dust Strikers is also the first Guilty Gear game so far to have mini-games, ranging from the balance game, where the player must help a Chibi Jam balance the falling items with her plate, to Venom's Billiards, which puts the player and opponent in a pool-style game. Guilty Gear Judgment is a 2006 fighting, beat-em-up video game developed by Arc System Works. There are 20 different playable characters, including unlockables, each with their signature moves from the main series. Also included is a port of one of the other titles in the series. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core was released in 2007. In addition to balance changes, Accent Core features a new type of special move, the Force Break, which uses 25% of the tension gauge. It also introduces moves that make opponents stick briefly to walls or slide across the floor of a stage. Guilty Gear 2 Overture was released in 2008. Overture utilizes a troop management system, as well as certain points around each of the levels that can be captured and used as spawning points for troops. Various troops from the demo include the light infantry, capable of a special attack. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus was released in 2009. Features include Cliff and Justice's return, with appropriate changes and additions, the return of Mission Mode, a new survival mode with level-up features, a new gallery mode with new illustrations. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R was released in 2012. The game's balance was reworked again, and in-game bosses Cliff and Justice are also balanced for regular play. Brand new force breaks are added for a majority of characters, such as Saul, Axel. Guilty Gear Xrd Sign was released in 2014. The last mode of Guilty Gear Xrd is the story mode, which is new in the current installment. This mode presents the full game story as a film-like animation divided into several chapters for uninterrupted viewing. Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator was released in 2015. Another new addition is Stylish Type. It introduces an extra button for performing specials and overdrive attacks. Connecting normal attacks in sequence results in situational auto combos and block strings, and in neutral may block mid and high attacks automatically. Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 was released in 2017. In After Storia, Raven informs Isuka that preparations for G4 are complete. As they are two-part ways, Isuka refrains from saying his usual farewell, and Raven peruses whether Isuka is content with him targeting Saul next. Guilty Gear Strive was released in 2021. Guilty Gear Strive retains the core essence of the series, but revamps many features and mechanics. Except for the removal of the series' signature mechanic, the instant kill, it introduces the wall break feature, which allows for stage transitions when a combo is initiated in the corner of the arena.